very important story and issue, and we are very, very honored to have in our studio Dr. Isaac Kalua. He's the chairman of the Kenya Water Towers Agency. Dr. Kalua, thank you for coming on to KTN Prime.
Nice to have you.
Thank you.
Have me here.
Let's talk about the celebration first. How and where was the day celebrated, if at all?
This is an international day that was set up by the UN agencies led by the FAO. It was proclaimed by all the international agencies so that it is a day to celebrate, a day to create awareness,
yes,
a day to make the communities around the world to understand about forests. And it has been celebrated on the 21st of March over the years, and known to you also,
yes,
and it's very interesting also. On the 22nd is the International Day of Water. The two can never be separated.
Yes,
it's a marriage that took place, and are inseparable.
Did we celebrate it in any way? What activities
today was a very great day. It was very well celebrated today, and I thank the Minister for Forestry because he created time to join the UN agencies, the various civil societies, and the Forestry Kenya Wildlife Service. There was a tremendous event at the Ngong Forest, which is one of the places that needs to be very well protected, and a place that so many people, including the person in charge of the sanctuary and the forest, they have done a tremendous work that is worth being celebrated. So yes, very good speeches made today. FAO with the country leader and all the UN agencies were there to do a great job that was done today.
Thank you.
Yes.
Now, Kenya's had a disproportionate share of forest depletion. At one time it was so bad it was down to what, 2.1%
yes,
of forest cover. Now, what's the latest data on this? Have we improved? If not, why?
Tremendous improvement, and I would want to separate this because there is what is supposed to be forest cover, and there is the tree cover.
The tree cover,
and
yes,
you will realize these are very well selected words, and they are actually now entrenched in our constitution.
There's a forest cover,
yes,
and tree cover. What's
the
the difference?
The ecology, the ecosystems, because you may be able to plant 2%, 5%, a few trees in your home, but that does not create a forest,
yes,
because it needs to be an entire ecosystem. But generally speaking, in the language, because I would like to keep it very simple for the common person, for you to understand,
yes,
and every other person, is that according to those kind of figures, of course it rose from 1.7, very great efforts, and allow me to thank Kenya Forest Service. They have evolved from the times that they were taking care of forests using sticks, and they would be chased away with the power source, and today they have guns, and they have done their bit. There may be challenges that are there, but today we are talking of close to about 7%. But this is not in our forests alone. This is individual efforts in our homesteads, various institutions, the mangroves in the coastal region, and various other places. And therefore, you may be right, because it has been scientifically done to be about 6.7, 6.8%.
Dr. Kalua,
yes,
are the people, the vast majority of whom are living below the poverty line, getting the message, and what is being done to help them? Because their poverty surely ensures that they will use a lot of this wood products. They use wood, firewood, charcoal. What's the way forward?
Unfortunately, the masses do not connect to all these stories.
They don't indeed.
It's a livelihood issue. It's something that we need to understand, the importance of forests in our lives, and the water towers that come and originate from these areas. But the people, unfortunately, do not connect to it.
So are we losing the battle?
We are losing the battle, but you see, with this kind of awareness, for me to be here to discuss about forests, it means that we are understanding the connectivity between forests and our economy towards our Vision 2030. There is no economy world over that will ever and especially this part of the
see,
region,
yeah.
operate without water. Where
Yes.
do waters come? Where does water come from for the industry? It comes from the water towers, which is in the forest.
Exactly.
Where does livelihoods engage? Most of our communities in this country live around the forest, and therefore it may look like we are losing it, but I think every single day awareness is being created. People are starting to understand, and there are few efforts.
Yes.
While we are taking care of our forests, while we understand that there is danger in this particular area, and while so many institutions are making a lot of efforts, we are still losing trees to logging. We are still losing animals. You may realize, and that it was reported today, 75% of our animals live in the forest.
Yes.
And so many things. But I think we are creating awareness. People are starting to understand. But tell a person, a Kenyan person, to protect the forest and the environment, they will not understand. Show them how to make money. They will be there doing what it has to be done. So it needs to be done in a symbiotic way that
Yes.
people can relate to those who are downstream, can understand also and feel the same with those who are upstream, and it is compensation for all what is required.
Look into that camera. Say one final word to the people about our forests, about our water towers, about our conservation. Just talk to
Our
them.
country can only be as good as our efforts in protecting the environment. We must wake up, and all the agencies that are working in these areas must wake up and work together. It is only coming together that we are able to make things happen. We shall never make it if we pool our resources, our energy in different directions when we are talking about an environment that is for posterity. It is our responsibility to do what we have to do. Let's take care of our forests. Our forest is our future, and if we have to achieve Vision 2030 and MDGs, this is the future of our country. We must wake up and be participatory in all these exercises.
Dr. Isaac Kalua, thank you very much for coming on KTN
Thank you
Prime.
very much.
Thank you.